there's no turning back again.
Hi everyone, my name is Zack Piontek. I'm a judo player, qualified for Rio 2016. I'm 25 years old, been doing judo since the age of 5. Love the sport, love the environment. Married last year, very exciting stuff. It's been a lifetime working towards this goal. I hope I do well and I hope I keep you guys proud.
Tell us about the techniques and tell us about the rules that we should be looking out for in Rio, for those who don't necessarily follow the sport.
Well, just a quick recap again on what is judo. It's a grappling sport, firstly. It means there's no striking, no kicking, no punching, no biting. We throw each other, we strangle each other, arm bars and hold downs. If I get my opponent in an arm bar or a strangulation and he submits, I win the fight immediately. If I can pin my opponent on his back for 20 seconds, same thing, I win the fight immediately. If I throw my opponent towards his back but not fully on his back, a certain score is given. But if I can throw him flat on his back, I win the fight immediately. That immediate win is called ippon. You're
typically telling me that you're training for potentially 4 years for 5 minutes.
It could be 5 minutes, it could be less. At the end of the day, depending on how much people shows up, I can have 3, I can have 5 fights. You know, the ratio won't probably be more than 5 fights, but it can be limited to 3 fights, depending on the draw sheet and if I have a bye or whatever. But yes, if I say, for instance, lose my first fight in 10 seconds, it's the end of it.
That's that.
Yeah, go home.
So maybe explain to us how this draw sheet works. I mean, there's 2 pools as there is in, I guess, Super Rugby or various competitions. How does the pooling work? And is it a random draw or is it based on seeding?
A little bit of both. At the end of the day, you get the world ranking system. That is what we're all chasing for to get to Rio. You have to be in the top 22 at this world ranking in the world to qualify to Rio. And then another 14 slots is open for a continental quota. But unfortunately for me, I'm not in the top 8. I'm in the low 22s in the world. So I will probably get a tough first fight.
To the Commonwealth, you ended, was it 7th in the African Games? And not very long after you compete in the Commonwealth, probably feeling a little dejected.
For sure.
And you go and win gold in the Commonwealth. How do you recover from something like that? That's a couple of months apart perhaps, or a short period of time apart. How do you recover from that and refocus?
Well, to be precise, it was about a month, maybe 1 or 2 days, more or less than a month. So for physically, you cannot do enough to improve in a month's time. There may be recovery if you're suffering from an injury, but that was not the case for me. You cannot do more in a month. That comes down to your mind, how strong your mind is. But there's something you must know. It's a technical sport. So if you are strong in your techniques, you can be comfortable fighting, comfortable doing them, knowing what to do, how to apply it, and then actually being able to apply it. There's no reason to doubt yourself. But if you don't train so often, and you just fool around a little bit here, you're not so focused, then it won't work. Then you're just not in good shape. End of story. But my problem was my techniques were strong. My physical, my strength, my speed, everything was in good shape. But my mind was not there. I was doubting myself. Just scared, maybe this guy's gonna counter me. I'm fighting this English guy, he had this title, he had that title. I was still coming up at that time, so I was doubting myself. And then walking off the mat, especially now in Africa, and then yes, I could have beaten this guy. I had 5 fights in Africa, 4 I lost. So being confident is a two-sided coin. You can't be confident and not put in the hours. It's not going to work because you're always going to know I didn't do so much that I needed to be done. But if you put in the hours, the training, when people is going to the movie on a Friday night, you're enjoying some judo training. Yeah? When people on Saturday is going to watch Loftus, the rappy Bulls versus Stormers, you're enjoying gym and then afterwards judo training. You must be focused. Yeah. Then confidence will come by its own.
All right, guys. I don't think I'm going to win this one. Look out for Zack in Rio. I'm looking forward to seeing him operate. This is the real deal, man. This is the real deal. And just remember, this is not my main event.